Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to podcast Room 303, episode 184. I'm your host, Jermaine Mendez. This is my co-host, Nicholas Moorhan. And as always, we have with us the EPE. On today's episode, we'll be getting into the futures for the NL East as part of our ramp-up for the MLB opening day. We'll also be getting into pop culture pick'em. Today's topic is 184 is top 5 TV dads. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Do we have enough TV dads to make it that far? Hey, we're going to find out. We got 15 TV dads. How you doing this evening, Nick?
I'm just tired. You ever like that where you're just tired?
Yeah, I think Eric can probably agree.
But now I'm like putting it to like I got a sleep tracker app. And so now I'm actually finding out like why I'm tired.
Because you don't sleep.
It's because I'm getting like 40% efficiency in sleep.
I mean, those are Hall of Fame numbers in baseball.
I mean, yeah, I'm getting baseball hall. I'm getting single season baseball record sleep right now.
Yeah, dude, sleep is it's been my Achilles heel since I was about 15 years old. So everyone's like, I love sleep. And I was like, dude, if I could find a way to not sleep, I'd probably do it. Because, like, I'm just not good at it. And I hate not being good at things. But how you doing this evening, Eric?
Doing good. Have you guys ever had something happen, like, during the week, and it's just so good that it just lingers with you and just, like, affects you for the rest of the week and just puts you in a good mood?
Are you talking about your new suitcase behind you?
No. I went to upgrade the iPhone, and I thought I was going to have to pay a whole bunch of fucking money and shit, and I totally forgot that they had the trade-in, and so I went in expecting to drop, like, dumb money, and basically dropped nothing, and I even got out of paying the service fee for them switching over the iPhone for me. So it was like a little victory that just carried all weekend. It just sat well with me. I don't know.
Public service announcement. Ladies and gentlemen, do not pay these phone companies to set your phone up.
Yeah.
They're charging almost $40
$29.99
to set your phone up, which all you have to do is put one phone next to the other phone and transfer it over.
It literally says pair. You hit pair, and then asks you for your passcode, and then it does everything else for you.
People acting like they're actually doing it. Hey, yo, it just downloads everything from the cloud. Just don't be stupid. Don't fall for the trick. just fucking do it yourself, you bums. All right, Nick's looking a little tired up there.
Is there? I'm just thinking, like, what service? And this is Eric. So don't be naughty. Get your mind out of the gutter. What service would you allow for $40? Would you allow somebody else to do
for $40?
Yeah, for $40. Because I think that's astronomical to have somebody an expert at Verizon, expert air quotes for those of you listening on the airwaves. An 18-year-old kid set up my phone. And $40.
At $40, yeah.
Right.
So for those of you on YouTube, you saw the air quotes. For those of you on your favorite streaming podcast platform, air quotes were implied. What would I for $40? Like I would pay someone $40 to mount my TV.
But I'll pay more than that. I'm telling you, I wouldn't get no Russian dude. You know?
Whoa. We're not disparaging the good workers that put my TV up.
No, because he was a baller.
I have no complaints about my TV.
Nick, blink twice if he's there right now.
He's definitely not here. What's that? Oh, I'm in no danger.
Just read what's on the note.
Right.
$40. Let's see. I pay. Man, I don't know if I
like $40 is a loss for like a dinner. Like I probably wouldn't pay $40 for like a dinner if I could help it.
It has to be something that I physically can't do myself. Like let's say washer machine breaks down. I'm not skilled in a washer machine, right? Like I could probably YouTube it, but like something that I could do myself, I don't know. Something I could do myself, it'd be really hard to get me to pay $40 for it.
There's something I don't mind paying for oil changes. Like, I could do an oil change myself, but I'll pay the $40-$50 to get the oil change done.
Yeah, isn't that Jiffy Lube's thing? Come here. Bring this here.
You lost privileges.
You've lost privileges.
The tail's just going to hang there all podcast.
You could have squeaked it literally any other time. Fucking dog, man. Isn't that Jiffy Lube's like special, like $39.99 oil change?
Yeah. And it's like you just pull in, they do it all real quick. Dude, sometimes I swear they don't even make you get out of the car at Jiffy Lube.
You start to get out of the car, they're like, get back in your car. It's not going to be that long.
Yeah, $40 I'd pay to get my car detailed.
Yeah, that's probably
like hand washed. I'd do $40.
I'm just getting a little confused because like I don't think Jiffy Lube's prices have been $40 for years, and also like the last time I got my car detailed was like $80. Like
there's levels to this, Eric.
All right, maybe I'm just looking in the wrong places for the wrong people.
My car gets cleaned for $35.99. They do like all kinds of stuff, and it's a hand wash. Yeah, so I'd pay that. If you have the oil, the only reason oil changes cost more is you have to buy the oil and then pay. But if you have the oil already,
and right? Filters,
so the labor is just whatever rate they charge for their hour, and it doesn't even take an hour. It takes like 20 minutes to do an oil change.
Yeah, I
just don't want to get under there, have to drain it, and then find somewhere to toss the oil once I've drained it. Then now it's drained, you plug the bottom back up, fill it up, flush all the lines. Like, I don't want to do that.
So now my question is, for that Verizon service, if the kid was like, I'll set up your phone for you, and I'm going to keep saying prices, and you tell me when it's a yes, that you'll just do it in the store.
No, I would never.
Never?
No, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing they're doing that I cannot do, like asleep.
$5.
No chance. I'll go buy one of my croissants from the farmer's market with $5.
Croissant.
Yeah, chocolate-filled croissant for $5, or have somebody set up my phone. I don't need that motherfucker. Get out of here. But here's what I want to ask: how many people pay for that service?
A lot.
Like, how much money do you think in a fiscal year does Verizon raise by offering that service to transfer your phone?
A lot.
I would say it's pretty impressive. Like, it's unbelievable. It's just the cost is just so crazy to me. Well, you're looking at it's $30 anyways. It was $29.99, not counting in tax. So you're probably looking at $35. So we'll keep it at 40. But 40 ahead, and you know what I mean? Like, you have grandmas, you have single moms, you have dumb dudes, you have lazy dudes, you have people who are well off. People who are well off, that $40 is nothing to them. So
yeah, I also think they do a very good job of convincing you that you need it, right?
Oh, I'm sure they
because
do.
Because you're in a communications store with this advanced piece of machinery. I'm the tech expert. I'll help you set it up. You got to be like to normal people who don't know. You got obviously you, Eric, and I, and people that have been around advanced pieces of equipment are like, no, I can set up an iPhone. It's the most user-friendly system ever.
So for you guys here, so last year in 2022, their fiscal year, Apple sold 232 million iPhones. We're assuming the two major, let's just assume the two major providers, Verizon and AT&T, divided in half, it's 116. Let's say out of the 116 million, half of them went to the Apple store and got theirs, and I'm pretty sure Apple just does it for free because it's Apple. So you take 116 divided by 2, that gives you 58 million. So out of the 58 million people that probably went into a Verizon store, how many do you like? What percentage would you say did it? And then we can see how much money they would make off of that.
I would say almost a very, very high percentage.
Very high percentage?
Man,
Yeah.
I don't have that much. I want to believe that I have faith in people, so I'm not going to lean a high percentage. But
Let's say 50%.
I mean, you could say that. That is impossible. I don't think it's 50%.
Let's just say, so 50%, that's 29 million people. So 29 million people pay the $30. I don't know how I'm going to do the math on that. Hold on. That's $870 million they made on that feature alone.
I'm concerned. How did you do the math on this? What was so laborious and difficult?
I was gonna try to fit the whole 29 million number into the
It's just
calculator,
eight numbers.
but I just did 29 instead, and then, did the big math in my head. 870 million.
There's no way they made 870 million on that service.
No, I'm just, it's probably not.
That's a lot. Man.
That's why I'm saying that 50% is way too high, bro. I wasn't even looking at a quarter of people. Like that seems crazy to me. 1/5, maybe. 20%, that still seems high.
So even if 20% did, it's like $348 million.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking they made about 200 million on this service.
That's insane.
Which is crazy, dude. So the reason why I don't think it's as high is like a lot of people don't have the money to splurge for a new phone. They just do the update and pay over time. So if they do that, they're not going to want to pay that service fee. And that's most of every young kid because they're all in college and they have to have the new hotness but don't have the actual money to pay for it. And then you have grandmas and single moms and single fathers, like they don't have extra disposable income to just throw that away. So that's why I was like, it'd be lower, but we've spent enough time on this. Either way, $200 million is probably a crazy number. I'm certain if Verizon offers it, I'm certain AT&T offers it, Cricket offers it, Sprint Mobile, Mint Mobile. What else? What other ones? What else we got?
Singular Wireless. Altel.
Pretty sure all of those are now because T-Mobile and Sprint combined. So, and I'm pretty sure all of them ate up those smaller ones.
Bell Wireless.
Bro, my mom was at AT&T for so goddamn long that she went through all those names. Southwestern Bell, Singular Wireless, AT&T, she went through all of them.
All right, so Pop Culture Pick'em, top 5 TV dads. Today's order is going to be myself, Eric, Nick. I'm going to go ahead and kick it off first. Are you guys ready? Mm-hmm. Would you like to guess who I'm going?
Can I pause you real quick? So, seeing that might be hard to get,
we'll cross that. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. We'll keep going.
Hold on.
What? So I was gonna say they have to be a dad in the show, and it has to be active, but it doesn't have to be a TV dad like you're thinking he's a TV dad on a sitcom. It could be a character in the show who's a dad, but his the fact that he's a dad has to be prevalent to the show.
Yeah, we'll cross that bridge. Stop.
All right.
All right. Let us play this game. Does anyone want to take a guess who my first pick is? You don't want to take a guess, or you don't have a guess?
I don't want to give my away in case.
I'm not guessing when I'm going third.
Bro, it's Mandalorian.
I don't want sneaky Eric being like, that's a good.
That's why I was just thinking yo, you guys want to take a guess? Damn, I didn't realize everyone's got real competitive about their own list.
So you're saying Mando from the Mandalorian show with Grogu?
Yes, the Mandalorian.
Cool. I will take.
But he's not a biological father.
Yeah, well, neither is my father, so come see me.
Facts. I'll take a Red Foreman.
I'm
Blasphemous.
gonna go with a double. I'm taking Joel from The Last of Us, and Philip Banks from Fresh Prince.
That's a good one.
Solid picks. I'm shocked.
I
am shocked.
With special. Go.
I'm shocked that Fresh Prince's dad is not a number 1 pick. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy he's not a number 1 pick. Y'all should be ashamed of yourself.
Well, I knew I had him. I knew I had it in the bag, so I had one too. If you want to make it feel better, I'll go Philip Banks.
He's
Joel too.
Way better than Joel. Get out of here with Pedro non-accent having ass Pascal.
No comment.
All right, Eric, go ahead.
I'll take Eric Taylor from Friday Night Lights.
Damn it! Oh, he's such a good dad.
Ooh, TV dads. All right, so it's back to me, and it's time to panic. Oof. Man, I don't really know. Oh, I know who I want. I had to look up his name real quick. Give me 1 second. Maybe you guys know. What's Steve Urkel's dad?
Mr. Urkel.
In Family Matters?
Carl
no,
Winslow?
not Steve Urkel's dad.
Carl Winslow.
Yeah.
From Family Matters.
Yep. I'm going Carl Winslow. And then, Bill Cosby.
I knew it was coming.
He was a good TV dad. You cannot get angry at how good of a TV dad he was. However, an actual person?
Piece of shit.
Maybe not so good.
I mean, he's out of jail. Is he really that bad?
Ooh. Whoa. Moving on.
With my third pick, I'll take Tony Soprano.
Is he a good dad?
I don't think so, but
he is a TV dad.
He is.
What do you
a
mean?
TV
What do
dad.
I mean?
That dad will kill for you, bro. Literally.
I think we stand by what we said. He's not a good dad.
All right, so I'll go. I'm going back to back again here with third and fourth. I'll take Homer Simpson and Ned Stark. Homer Simpson from The Simpsons, Ned Stark from Game of Thrones.
Damn. That Ned Stark one's a good pick. I wish I would have picked him.
Yeah. Great dad. Only laughs a little bit. R.I.P. Sean Bean.
Classic.
It's just a list of hitters right now.
That's a pretty good list. I'm going to take Frank Costanza from Seinfeld.
That's good. That's a good one.
He seemed like such a bad dad in that show.
He's also the dad in King of Queens, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, back to me.
Yes, sir.
All right, so I want Tim Taylor and Al Bundy.
Oh, good ones. Good picks. Good picks.
I wish I didn't take Bill Cosby, but I had to.
It was this is the way.
Man, I have two here I want to pick. But he was more of a dad. So I'm going to go with, I don't know if you guys ever watched it, but I'm going to go with Phil Dunphy from Modern Family.
It's a good pick. It's a really, really good pick. I'm divided here. I'm going to go with one close to my heart. I'm going to go
Danny Turner.
I'm going to go Vegeta from DBZ.
Get the fuck out of here.
He's a good dad.
He's weak, little bitch. Goku just snaps his finger and gets super strong.
Yeah, exactly. Vegeta's got to work for it.
Loser.
That's it for picks, right?
Yeah, that should be all 15. Yeah.
I wanted to. I was debating between Vegeta and this guy, Ron Swanson from Parks and Rec.
That's who I was debating, but he was kind of just a dad at the end of the show, right?
He's still a dad.
How is he a dad? I'm glad nobody picked him. I would have had a bone to pick with all.
He's a dad and has a kid.
Yeah, and he has those girls that he's raising, the 2 girls.
Get the fuck out of here.
Anybody can be a dad, Jermaine.
I don't give a fuck if anyone can be a dad.
Anyone can be a father. It takes a man to be a dad.
He was a father the whole show, Eric. It wasn't just like at the very end, oh, by the way, he has 2 kids, so he could sneak into the top 15 TV dad categories. Get the fuck out of here.
He's an honorable mention. He didn't sneak in.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Apparently, Vegeta gets poo-pooed. He freaking knocks his kid out so his kid doesn't get killed by Boo.
Vegeta is fine. I had no issues. I would have had an issue with Ron Swanson. Also, honorable mention, Jay Pritchett, the actual good father in Modern Family. Phil Dunphy's a fucking dingus. Fucking weak-ass dude.
Damn.
He's always he's a dork who gets clowned on all the time. Can't take care of his family. The wife has to do it all. It's embarrassing.
Harsh judgment.
Embarrassing. Be stronger.
Can't take care of his family, but his wife didn't work for 8. Whatever. We're not going to get into an argument about a fictional character.
Oh, I was about to see friggin' a tennis match between who's the stronger Modern Family father.
No.
It's Jay Pritchett all day.
Yeah, and he's with Sofia Vergara.
Bro, are you kidding me?
That doesn't make him a good dad. That makes him a stud.
Have you seen? Yeah, he's a stud and a good dad.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm not denying that Jay Pritchett's a good dad, but
dude,
it's a fictional fucking character.
Dude,
it's just an opinion. Nobody dislikes Phil Dunphy. I'm just saying,
we're not gonna go down this road right now.
Dude,
he's hysterical in it, but he's not a good dad.
He's a great dad because he's hardline and he's raised in an old traditional way, and yet he still lets Manny do whatever the heck he wants because it makes him happy. That's a good dad, being like, I don't agree with it, but if it makes you happy, do it.
He's like, why do you dress like a 40-year-old man on vacation?
One of the ones that got me was they were like trying to go on a trip or whatever, and they had to stay at a motel. And Manny was like, I'm used to a certain level of amenities that change drastically when it goes from an H to an M. And Jay looks at him and goes, when I met you, you were eating cereal out of a bucket.
Yes, dude.
That's a good one.
Yo, Cam is in that show as a good dad as well. Phil Dunphy's a good dad. I just like giving him shit. His wife holds the fort down. That dude is an idiot in that show, and it bothers me.
Shout out in all these sitcoms to episodes where dads get like the episode where the dad character gets to shine.
Yeah.
So, AKA, there's the episode where Manny's father comes back and Jay has to like be like, and then he leaves again. And he has to be like, hey, like, sorry, your dad sucks. Like,
and his dad is the dude who plays the FBI agent in Miss Congeniality. Right?
Yeah.
Shout out a fire movie. If you don't like Miss Congeniality, I have a bone to pick with you.
Right, yeah, that's true.
Yo, number 2, not as good as the first one. Still dope, though.
Still a good movie, yeah.
Still dope. All right,
Eric.
So read the list back, Eric, and then we'll push into the next topic.
So Jermaine, for top 5 TV dads, Jermaine had the first pick. He went with The Mandalorian, Carl Winslow, Bill Cosby, Tim Taylor, and Al Bundy.
My list wins again. You guys need to do better, bro.
No, it does not, dude.
Red
For
Foreman,
sure. I got Bill Cosby.
Red Foreman, Eric Taylor, Tony Soprano, Frank Costanza, Phil Dunphy, and Nick took Joel from The Last of Us, Philip Banks, Homer Simpson, Ned Stark, and Vegeta.
It's a great list.
I'm just saying, dude, Bill Cosby, he sneaks up on you.
Bro.
Moving on.
Yo, it got real quiet.
Speaking of Bill Cosby, who wants to talk about baseball?
That's a professional segue for you. All right, as we alluded to, we'll be getting into the NL East today. The NL East is actually a pretty exciting division with the Mets and the Phillies and the Braves. This should be fun. All right, Nick, you want to drive and take it away?
I will drive. I will take it away. So the NL East last year had
Bill Cosby approach.
Had three. Speaking of Bill Cosby, the Atlanta Braves won the division last year. 101 wins. The Mets came in second, also with 101 wins. The Phillies were in third. They also made the playoffs, 87 wins. The Marlins had 69 wins. And your worst team in baseball, the Washington Nationals, finished fifth in the division with 55 wins. If we take a look at every team's luck last year, Atlanta won 101 games and was an unlucky team. They were 6 wins below where they should have been. So that's a 107-win Atlanta ball club. The New York Mets were actually the one of 3 teams in baseball to have no luck at all. So they finished exactly where they should have been at 101 wins.
Classic Mets.
Classic Mets. The Philadelphia Phillies, the NL champion and World Series runner-ups, had 87 wins. They got hot in the playoffs, so they were 2 wins above where they should have been. They should have been at 85 based on luck factor. The Miami Marlins were unlucky. They were 5 wins below where they should have been. And the Washington Nationals were one of the most unlucky teams in baseball.
Really?
They were 7 wins below their record. So if you add that up and using simple math, 55 plus 7 means they still would have lost 100 games.
Exactly. You're unlucky because you traded Juan Soto like a knucklehead. So you deserve every bit of unluckiness you had.
And Josh Bell, yeah.
Yeah. Josh Bell, who did he sign with?
Well, we will get into that, my friend.
That's a professional podcast, right?
What a great segue. So, based on that, so Atlanta, they won the division last year, 101 wins. Like I said, they let Kenley Jansen, Dansby Swanson, and Wilson Contreras walk in the offseason. Jansen went to Boston. Dansby Swanson was signed by the Cubs, and William Contreras, the brother of Wilson, went to Oakland in a trade for Sean Murphy. Sean Murphy, lots of wins that they produced. They also signed Eli White from Texas. On the offseason, though, because of the loss of guys like Kenley Jansen and Dansby Swanson, who had almost 6 wins last year, and William Contreras, the Braves actually, during the offseason, so far in the offseason, are 5 wins below where they were last year. So they lost 5 wins this offseason. The second place team, the New York Mets, 101 win team last year. It's really good when you're the New York Mets to have an owner who also loves the New York Mets. So Steve Cohen, being a fan of the New York Mets, is attempting to break baseball, maybe, if you will. So the Mets this year lost 4 players. So they lost Taijuan Walker to the Phillies. They lost Jacob deGrom to the Rangers. They lost Chris Bassett to the Blue Jays, and they lost Trevor Williams to Washington. However, they signed David Robinson from the Cubs. They signed Kodai Senga, Japanese international prospect. They signed Jose Quintana from Pittsburgh. They signed Brooks Riley from Tampa Bay. They signed Omar Narvaez, catcher from Milwaukee. They re-signed Adam Ottavino. They re-signed Brandon Nimmo. And they signed Justin Verlander from the Houston Astros. All that has amounted to the New York Mets did the opposite of what the Braves did. The New York Mets added 5 wins this offseason based on all that spending and retained most of the roster that got them to the playoffs last year.
So they only added 5 wins after all that?
Yeah. So essentially what they did is they added a win with Jacob. They added a win with Justin Verlander over Jacob deGrom. But they also lost – they basically traded Chris Bassett for Jose Quintana. they essentially traded Tyjon Walker for David Robinson, and the re-signing of Adavino and Nemo was big. And then the problem with predicting players coming over from Japan is we don't know how they're gonna do how they're gonna do on the year. So we project him right now to have about one win added to the Mets. He probably won't pitch. He's probably not going to be their top of the order guy, right? They have a lot of top of the order guys there. One of them being Max Scherzer. Did you guys see this in spring training? That Max Scherzer is already using the pitch clock to fuck with hitters.
How?
So basically, Max Scherzer had an at-bat against the Nationals in spring training, where Scherzer can take his whole time to stand on the mound and grab the ball and hold it there. And it makes a hitter uncomfortable, right? So the Washington Nationals hitter called time. So Scherzer stepped off the mound, then went back on the rubber, assumed his stance, didn't move his glove, so that as soon as that hitter steps back in the box, Scherzer can pitch to it. So basically, the dude stepped back in the box, and there's a 97-mile-per-hour fastball.
And so he's getting on the mound and holding it first?
Yeah.
So why is that messing with the hitter? I don't understand that.
So with the new pitch clock, the hitter has a certain amount of time that he can spend, right? So if the hitter isn't set by the time the pitch clock is over, then it's a strike for him, right? So what Scherzer is essentially making people do is he's making the hitters rush their routine. So as soon as the pitch clock starts, as soon as the pitcher toes that rubber, right? Okay. So in between pitches, right? Well, it's really in between pitches, right? As soon as the pitcher receives the ball back, or the hitter calls time, that's when the pitch clock starts again. So Scherzer is basically speeding up the hitters now. So it's not the hitter's waiting on him, it's him waiting on the hitter. And anytime you can get a hitter on his back foot, the pitcher's going to win.
So just stay in the box then. I don't understand that.
Oh, okay.
I just this is a rule, right? If the pitcher dictates when the clock starts, then be ready. You got to know Max Scherzer is going to be doing this. I don't understand how you're thrown off. It doesn't feel like if you know Max Scherzer is doing it, how are you still thrown off by it?
Well, because I think he just started doing it. I assume in the regular season, hitters won't be thrown off by it.
Yeah, and then Max Scherzer is going to fucking bitch about something because that's all he does.
Probably the umpires again.
Yeah, of course.
So New York Mets, like I said, added all those people, added 5 wins in the offseason. Lots of trades, lots of big contracts given out. They're going to have to probably pay a luxury tax. Your returning NL champion, Philadelphia Phillies, lost Gene Segura in the offseason to Miami, so a lot of guys not being able to leave the division here. They did sign, however, Philly signed Josh Harrison from the Chicago White Sox, Trey Turner from the Dodgers. Tyson Walker stayed in the division. He signed from the Mets. Then they signed another pickup from the Dodgers, Craig Kimbrell from the Dodgers, Matt Strome from Boston. And if both those guys can recover their form of a couple of years ago, those are going to be very, very good signings. Overall, the Philadelphia Phillies added 4 wins in the offseason. Combine that with where they're at right now, and we're looking at a pretty decent Phillies team. The Miami Marlins are next. Miami lost 2 players. They lost Eliezer Hernandez and Jesus Aguilar, who were not very good players. Think -1 win for them both. Eliezer Hernandez was actually signed by the Mets, where he'll be insulated a little bit from Miami. A lot of players play bad in Miami, and then if they go to good teams, they perform a little bit better. and Jesus Aguilar went to Baltimore. Quietly in the offseason, though, the Marlins signed Johnny Cueto from the Chicago White Sox, and Gene Segura kept him in the division against the Phillies, which I think is a big pickup for them. I said that they were kind of unlucky, and with those signings and not really losing anybody, the Marlins quietly added 6 wins in the offseason with those signings. Talked about how the Nationals were very unlucky, but also had the worst record in baseball. They traded Josh Bell in the middle of the year to the San Diego Padres. That's the only player they lost. They managed to sign Trevor Williams from the Mets. Like I said, a lot of players will still be playing each other in the divisions. And they signed a pitcher from the Detroit Tigers, Calderero, who was an all-star 2 years ago. So if he can return to that form, this would be a great pickup for Washington. I don't know if it's gonna make anybody happy here in DC. They pretty much broke even, maybe on the negative side of WAR added in the offseason. So about 62 wins. So first, before I move on, any comments on the free agents from that, or anybody that I missed, or anybody you guys were super impressed about, or what was a super dumb move by any of the teams?
I mean, Gene Segura leaving the Phillies feels like kind of a dumb move, but the Phillies rosters is still stacked. So,
well, when you sign Trey Turner, that stuff kind of seems to happen.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it. Trey Turner to that team is scary, though.
Yeah.
I have a little bit of a random question though. Is trading or letting players walk interdivisionally something that happens regularly in baseball? Because I feel like all these players were in the division or stayed in their division even though they left their original team, and you don't see I think you see that a lot less often in other sports.
I would say it is this many people moving in and staying in the division is rare.
Okay.
I mean, we saw it in the AL East. You had Kevin Kiermaier move to Toronto. That was really the only move that we've talked about. And Corey Kluber moved from the Rays to the Red Sox. But it's kind of unprecedented to see this much movement within the division.
Okay. I was just curious because it just seemed like a lot of players moved in the division.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of these players made a lot of moves at the trade deadline, and then they made a lot of moves in the offseason because they think they're good enough to win it all. So, I mean, it's crazy. The Mets had 101 wins and got second place.
Right.
Like
sneak peek. I think that's going to happen again.
That they're going to get second?
No, I think the Mets are winning the division.
Oh, sneak peek. They're going to get 101 again.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I like what they did. And also, DeGrom is amazing, but they needed to get out of that, it felt like, because he never really played a full season for him.
He wasn't.
When's the last time he played a full season for them?
That's a good question. He is just injured all the time. Jacob deGrom was.
Let's see. So he had 5 wins, 4 losses for them last year.
The last time Jacob deGrom has pitched a full season was 2019.
What's considered a full season? 30 games?
Yeah, I mean he started 32 games. That's considered a full season. Now the last 2 full seasons Jacob deGrom has played, 2018 10-9, 1.7 ERA, Cy Young. 2019 11-8, 2.43 ERA, Cy Young.
Yeah, I mean that's 3 years ago though. Now,
right. True, very true. All I'm saying is that when Jacob deGrom pitches a full season, he is. I mean, there's a reason he's my dark horse to win Cy Young every year.
Yeah, I mean,
not even my dark horse. He's my bet to win Cy Young every year.
All I'm saying is when Anthony Davis plays a full season, he's a top 5 player.
100%. I agree with you. Yeah. If you have to start attaching ifs to the end of somebody's name, that's when. Yeah.
I just because I know the Mets they are a punching bag of the internet and the media, just classic Mets. But I actually losing DeGrom and bringing in Verlander, I actually don't know if I'm really thinking that was as bad as people thought it was.
Everything is on the table for the Mets this year. That's what I'll say about the Mets' chances. Everything is on. You finally got what you wanted. You got an owner that spent oodles and oodles of money. You have a division that is probably Atlanta, your biggest competitor, got worse, right? Or didn't get better. The Phillies got better, but the Phillies still have to play Atlanta and a resurgent Miami team. I think that this is going to be one of the funnest divisions in baseball, sans Nationals.
Yeah. Who's the best player on the Nationals right now? Oh, that says it all. That says it all. So let's see.
Maybe. Is he still with the Nationals? All right, hold on. I'll tell you who it is.
Holy cow! I forgot they had Scherzer. I know we just talked about him, but I'm looking at the pitching staff for the Mets.
Yeah,
they got some pretty good. They got some pretty good pitchers on this roster.
Yeah, they got some arms. That's for sure. Man, dude.
Yeah, he's still struggling with the Nationals.
I don't want to bag this team too much, but
that's your second favorite team now, dude.
Yeah, I guess tickets would be cheap, and that's what I like.
So let's see. I'm trying to find the roster right now. Is it C.J. Abrams?
Maybe my rookie of the year.
The rookie of the year, because he won rookie of the year last year, right?
No, he didn't.
No, he did not.
I picked him to win rookie of the year.
That's what it was.
Maybe Nelson Cruz, 42-year-old Nelson Cruz.
Damn, that's tough if you're talking about Nelson Cruz still.
Luke Voigt.
Man.
Oh. Yeah, it's. I mean, maybe Josiah Gray, maybe Patrick Corbin.
Dude, you're gonna get the cheapest tickets ever, dude. Oh man.
All right, so based on what's happening, what's up?
No, Luke Voigt is with the Brewers, is what this says.
Yeah, well, there we go. The best player on the Nationals is on the Brewers.
And Nelson Cruz is
retired
with the Padres. He's the DH for the Padres.
Jesus Christ.
Yo, the Nationals, they're going to be giving you free tickets, Nick.
Yeah. So we want to get into the division predictions now? You want to read off the odds to us, Eric?
Yeah. So like we did with the last divisional breakdown, we'll start with the division winner. So I do have the odds. What's up?
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Okay, so I do have the odds here pulled up. So for doing the NL East, the Mets are the favorite at plus 130. The Braves plus 140, Phillies plus 370, Marlins plus 3,000, and the Nationals are plus 20,000 to win the NL East. I took the Braves at plus 140, but see what you guys have.
Give me Mets. Mets plus 130 is insane. The last couple of years, this division has been great because whether you like the Mets or whether you like the Braves or whether you like the Phillies, right? Phillies added a lot of people. Or whether you want to take a flyer on a Marlins team, they're not going to win the division. But 3,000 on a Marlins team?
I'm going to take the Phillies at plus 370.
Okay.
I think Trey Turner and Bryce Harper are gonna make this division their bitch.
When Bryce Harper plays a half season because of Tommy John.
Bryce Harper's out? Oh, I don't want the Phillies no more, dude.
He got Tommy John.
When did he get Tommy John?
At the end of the year.
After the postseason?
After the World Series, yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't want the Phillies at all then. Damn.
I can switch it if you want.
I am switching it. I just have to decide who I'm going with. Nah, Atlanta burned me last year. I'm going with the Mets. Let's get the Mets a division crown, and then they'll just choke in the playoffs.
Yep.
I almost went with the Mets for my pick, but my brother being a Mets fan, it just lingers in my head. I talked to him about it earlier, and he's like, I don't care what they have, who they signed, or what they brought in. The Mets are going to bet. So
they won 101 games last year,
and they meted it up, dude, in the playoffs.
So as per Phillies MLB.com site, Bryce Harper is scheduled to return around the All-Star game, and it's good news, right? This year, this is the best thing that could happen to the Phillies, right? Is that you don't have to instantly put Bryce Harper in the All-Star game. You don't have to put him in a position, right? Put him in DH. Have him hit in DH for the whole year. Don't ever play him in the outfield. Don't risk hurting that arm. So, yeah, I mean, you get Bryce Harper for half the year. It's kind of
you're gonna play Kyle Schwarber in the outfield.
Maybe dude's a linebacker.
Fucking Mack truck, bro.
Right.
All right, so we're gonna move into regular season wins. Start with again. Everything's gonna be in alphabetical order. Start with the Atlanta Braves. Their line was set at 94.5. Nick, what do you got?
Over.
Jermaine?
Yeah, I'll take the over. I was debating. I almost took the under, but I'll take the over.
Perfect. Moving down to Miami. Miami's line has been set at 76.5.
Over, and it's my favorite bet of the year.
You can get over at even?
Yeah. Over, even money. I think the Miami Marlins will be around 500 this year.
What was the Miami Marlins win total last year?
What did they win last year?
They won 55?
No,
that was
they
the
won.
Sorry, they won 69.
69. Nice.
69. I just wanted to get you to say that.
Very nice.
Oh, let's see. They play
in Miami.
That's a tough division. 76 wins, but there's a lot of bad teams in that now. See the Rockies.
No lies detected.
I'll take the over on this one.
Yeah, buddy.
Hopefully, you said they signed Cueto and oh man, now I blanked on the dude they signed. What was the position player they signed?
Cueto and Gene Segura.
Segura, that's right. Yeah. Okay. Quiet, right. Good moves. Okay.
All right. So moving into the New York Mets, their line has been set at
hammer over
4.5.
It can be set. It could be set at 104.5, and I'd still take the over.
Yeah, I think the Mets go over on this one. I don't actually think they got worse this offseason.
No, they didn't.
And, they had some departures, but I don't think they got worse. So I'm hammering the over on this one. Hopefully their middle of the pack, no luck, continues to run, and I don't have to worry about bad luck games, but I'll take the Mets over.
All right, moving into Philly. Their regular season win total has been set at 88.5.
Oof. That's such a good line.
Phillies, 88.5. I have Miami hitting over. Let me get the under on this one.
I don't like it over. It's a perfect line.
This was the New York Yankees line. So the Phillies and the Yankees lines feel real good.
Yeah.
If Miami doesn't hit, Philadelphia's over should hit. But
right.
Oh, give me the under. I mean, I don't even. Just next under.
And just because we have to, the Washington Nationals regular season win total is set at 60.5.
Under.
It's another excellent.
It's a great line. I'm taking the under though.
Oh, I don't like it. I'm going to go over.
It's because of the division they play.
I'm going over. Washington Nationals team, one of the top 3 unluckiest teams in baseball last year, won 55 games
and got worse. They had Juan Soto and Josh Bell for most of that season last year.
Half of the season.
All right, so now we're going to move into if these teams will make the playoffs. We'll start with Atlanta. Atlanta, yes, minus 475. No, plus 370.
Don't even think about it. Yes, they're making it.
Hey, we're just picking. We're going yes, but obviously you're probably not betting that.
You're not going to bet that. Right? Yeah, exactly. Listen to the big man.
Miami, yes, plus 320. No, minus 400.
Listen, I am excited to see what Miami does this year. I think they're getting 500. There is no way in hell they're making the playoffs.
No, they're the 4th best team in this division. So if 3 alone come out of this, then you have the Dodgers, Padres, and Giants beating up each other. The NL Central has the Cardinals. The Cubs actually got better. There's no chance the Marlins are making the playoffs in the NL. I wouldn't say no chance, but I'm saying no.
All right. The New York Mets, theirs is yes, minus 500. No, plus 390.
Yes, keep it moving.
Yep, keep it pushing.
Keep it pushing, yeah.
All right, and then we're going to move into the Phillies. The Phillies is minus 200 for yes and plus 170 for no.
I'm for yes. I don't think there is. I think Philly will sneak in as the 3rd wild card. Mainly because I don't think there's another team in the NL, and we'll cover this when we get to our NL Central. I think Milwaukee got way worse in the offseason. And that's the only team that I could see. And the Giants are done. The little blip that we saw is not. That was a Miami Marlins winning the World Series in the middle of a rebuild, in the middle of trading all away their players.
That's what I was about to ask. I was going to ask how you feel about, between Giants and Phillies, who do you think is making it?
I think it's the Phillies. So to give you a preview of the whole NL, I think Arizona, I think Chicago, I think Miami got better. I think they're very fantastic. They're going to be fantastic teams to watch. Mm-hmm. I think Milwaukee and San Francisco got worse enough to fall out of the conversation. And I think Colorado, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, and Washington are awful. Right? Those are the teams that are below Philadelphia.
Uh-huh. So I was sitting here wrestling if I was going to take the Giants over the Phillies. You have swayed me, so I will take yes for Phillies to make the playoffs.
All right.
I will say one team. I think the only team that can challenge Philadelphia is going to be the Chicago Cubs.
Yes, sir. That's who I was thinking too, bro. Let's go.
And I do. I've done it every year for the last 2 years. You can go check the receipts. The 3rd annual Nick Morahan bets the Chicago Cubs to make the playoffs is happening 2023.
So here's the difference between the last 2 years, Eric. The last 2 years, I have told Nick he's out of his fucking mind. Don't bet the Cubs. He's told me I am the crazy person. He bet the Cubs. So here we are. I agree with him. This is the year to buy low on the Cubs because they're not going to have the expectations. A lot of the moves the Cubs made them a good baseball team, not a great baseball team.
Which we will get into in our NL Central preview episode.
Foreshadowing. And then obviously the very last one here, Eric, read us the odds, please.
So for the Nats, obviously it's going to be a no, but their line is set at plus 2,500 for yes and minus 10,000 for no.
That minus 10,000 is wild. Let me hammer that.
I know. We say this and we talk about value and yada 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 and whatever. Just don't do it. If you're gonna bet them, give me your money.
Look. It's guaranteed to hit. So if you put 1,000 on minus 10,000,
right,
you gonna hit the bet, but you ain't gonna make no money.
Right. That's one of those you just throw in a parlay. And
can you parlay? Can you parlay teams to make the playoffs?
No, we tried it last time because we tried to do the 3 and the trifecta.
Classic Eric. Throw it in a parlay that you can't do.
If you got like a different account that isn't so bullshitty, you know what I mean?
Throw it in a way you can't do it.
Hey, if you got 5 dimes, you can do it.
Oh. All right, we're gonna pivot into division finishing position. Again, always in alphabetical order. So we'll start with the Atlanta Braves. You see the odds here: first plus 140, second plus 185, third plus 330, fourth plus 8.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Plus 850 and fifth plus 9,000. You guys
second.
Second.
See.
Second at plus 185. That's good. I took them first. I have them winning the division. Moving down to Miami. Sorry, the screen takes a second to load up. Miami, best odds for them is fourth at minus 115. Third plus 265, second plus 600, fifth plus 750, and first plus 3,000. What do you guys got?
The fact that you can still get the Marlins at minus 115 to finish fourth is pretty good.
That is really good. With Bryce Harper's injury, I know they added Trey Turner and they still have a very good baseball team. But if someone sat here and told me they wanted to take third for the Marlins at plus 265, I think it'd be crazy, but I'm all for it. I'm all for seeing that because
you do you, big dog.
They play each other a lot. I'm going fourth. I put fourth at minus 115, but plus 265. And, you know, maybe the Phillies are unlucky this year.
Maybe.
And you know, you get a little hot streak from the Marlins. Who do you think is going to be the biggest seller in the NL this year?
The biggest seller in the NL?
I have the Brewers.
Yeah. The Brewers or the Giants. Yeah.
Ooh, the Giants is a good pick. All right, next team, Eric.
Nick, just to confirm, you want fourth, right?
See.
Okay. So we're going to move on to the New York Mets. Their best odds is for first at plus 130.
What?
And
you guys get them plus money?
You guys both have them winning the division, so I'm going to put that in for you guys. I took them second at plus 195, third plus 350, fourth plus 900, and to finish last would be plus 10,000. So Nick and Jermaine went first. I took them to win second. Moving to Philly, they have their best odds is to get third place at plus 180, second plus 285, fourth plus 310, first plus 370, fifth plus 2,200. I took them at third plus 180. What do you guys got?
How boring. I'm going chalk.
Yeah, third plus 180.
Cool.
Yep.
And then the last team, well,
it better be minus 10,000.
So I'm pulling it up just so you guys can see the screen. Their best odds is fifth
minus 1,000.
Which is what I think everybody's taking. So we can just move into the trifectas, and then I'll tell you guys what you guys' trifecta odds are here real quick.
The Washington Nationals will have the worst record in the NL.
Ooh, that's a fun bet. Can you bet that?
I'm sure I can find it on here. Give me 1 second to get this done, and then I'll look for that as well.
Yeah, okay. So we have first New York Mets, second Atlanta, and third Philadelphia. What are the odds on that?
Give me 1 second here. This is they have like all the options I got. So you have New York, Atlanta, Philly is going to be plus 350.
Ooh,
that's
nice.
Good value.
That's nice.
Just for the record, I took Atlanta to win the division, so I have them first, New York second, and Philly third, and that's plus 370. So only about 20 plus 20 more odds.
That's good.
Sounds like a funny sentence to hear out loud.
Only plus 20 more odds.
Plus 20 more odds. All right, I want to see that bet. If you can,
looking it up right now.
Bet Washington. That'd be crazy. That'd be a fun bet, though.
It's probably not going to be. It's probably not going to be like some crazy amount of money.
Well, let's see. Who's the worst team in the AL?
The Kansas City Royals or the Oakland Athletics.
Ooh, you mean the Las Vegas Athletics?
Right. Or the Las Vegas Royals.
Yo, they're trying to get both of those teams?
No, what's the thing about?
Yeah, that's the Oakland. So I guess they're in Vegas right now for like some sort of meetings or whatever the MLB is. And the city of Las Vegas is pitching the Athletics to move to Las Vegas.
Yeah, not shocking.
It seems diabolical at this point. What does Las Vegas have against the city of Oakland?
Yeah, I don't know. They're poaching everything.
They're like fuck Oakland. They pissed me off
Right.
one day. I'm gonna take all their sports teams,
Fucking
bro.
hate Oakland.
So they don't have for the NL, but the Nats are tied for first best odds to get the fewest wins with the Athletics at plus 280.
I'm willing to take that bet.
Oh, Kansas City Royals at plus 1,200 to have the fewest regular season wins.
Look at those Colorado Rockies creeping.
Yeah, but everybody does this. Like, everybody is like, oh, Colorado's going to lose a bunch of games. Yeah, they don't, though. They lose that shitty number of, like, 85 to 95. Not shitty enough to get, like, a franchise-changing player.
So you can get three. Oh no, that's Central. Damn it! It's even money for the NL East for three teams to make the playoffs. I got hyped when I saw this, and I fucking realized it was the NL Central.
If three NL Central teams make, holy crap!
This
Something's gone wrong in baseball.
If that happens, all these futures that we're gonna give out leading up to the start of the baseball season did not hit. So
Thanos has snapped away half of the NL East. That's how three teams make the playoffs in the Central.
Yeah, the NL East is the best division in the NL.
Yeah.
So,
and we will have an episode where we go through all this stuff. It's gonna be the last one we do for the MLB, so we'll go through all this stuff and get some more interesting bets for everybody.
So are we riding Nationals plus 280 or Athletics plus 280?
I'm not riding either of them.
To be last in wins?
I'm riding Royals plus 1,200.
So you're just not even going to bet the other ones? No, I'm going to go Athletics. Athletics are going to have the worst record in baseball. I'll take plus 280. Actually, you know what? Fuck that. I'll take the Rockies. Just kidding.
Vegas says it's a bet that you can take.
All right, so that wraps up our NL East breakdown. Pretty much chalk. I don't really know if we did anything that's crazy.
Yeah, let's listen. The debate in this division is: do you believe that Atlanta did enough to stay as true competitors with the Mets? If you did, then you're going to make money betting either the Braves or the Mets, right? I personally think the Mets had one of the best off seasons I can remember. And they are now better than the Braves. I think we're gonna see the exact same thing happen that happened last year, is that the Mets are going to be ahead of the Braves.
The problem is always the trade deadline.
Right. I think Philly got better, right? I think the Marlins got better. I think the Nationals play in a terrible, terrible division to be a bad team.
Well, Jermaine asked earlier who's going to be the biggest sellers in the NL. As far as buyers, if both these teams are sitting like vying back and forth with first and second, you think they're going to be some of the biggest buyers, or?
The biggest buyer will be the Dodgers.
No, I don't think. Looking at the Mets roster, I don't think the Mets have the prospect depth. Oh, jeez. Excuse me.
Oh, he's dead.
I'm dying. Oh no.
He flipped a switch.
Uh-oh.
He released the noxious gas.
So-
He's done.
So one of the craziest things, if you take a look at MLB.com's top 100 prospects, the Dodgers have seven of the top 100 prospects.
That's because
So
nobody takes their top prospects when they trade them players.
Right. So the Dodgers will definitely be buyers at the trade deadline. The problem is, I don't think the Mets, Padres, we might see the Phillies be buyers, honestly. If the Phillies are there and they need... The problem is, I think we're going to see in the NL, we have a chance to see 4 teams over 100 wins. right? If I told you the Braves, Mets, Padres, and Dodgers all win 100 games this year, you're going to say, like, it's not outlandish for me to claim that. So that means the 6th wildcard spot is going to be like 84 wins, right?
Yeah.
If you get 82 to 88, or really 82 to 86, you're probably sneaking into that 6th wildcard spot. So who knows? The Marlins have been very aggressive. They have a very good young team. Maybe we see if the Marlins are there, maybe the Marlins start making moves, right? If Milwaukee's there, Milwaukee will start making moves.
Yeah, which of these pitchers ends up on the Dodgers? Freddie Peralta, Brandon Woodruff, Corbin Burns, or Wade Miley? Just reading the Brewers pitchers.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good question. I would say probably Freddie Peralta.
That was my pick.
Is the most movable of those guys. The most desirable for those guys, but yeah,
I can't wait till the Brewers suck again. I hate that team.
You guys got anything else for the NL East?
Now let's go ahead and wrap here. So follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Podcast Room 303. I've been your host, Jermaine Colon Mendez. This is my co-host, Nicholas Moorhan. And as always, we have with us the EPE. We'll see you next time when you come on down and step into the room.